Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. And as many of you may know who are vinyl junkies and people who collect records, collect vinyl, you love vinyl, you're just loving records, you're loving these. Record Store Day is coming up. It's actually on April 20th. And for those of you who don't know what Record Store Day is, it's a day when many people go down to their local record store and buy some records in celebration of, I guess, sort of the establishment, the concept, the, I guess, livelihood of the record store. Sort of the experience of going into a storefront and flipping through vinyl and all that other good stuff, I mean, is something that many people hold dear. But what sort of gets a lot of people going through the door is that there are actually some very special, rare, interesting, very limited edition vinyls that sort of come out on this day for people to purchase in their local participating record stores. And if you're going to be visiting a participating Record Store Day store, then some of these releases I'm about to tell you about might be something you're interested in. And if you don't like any of them, there's an entire list of Record Store Day releases in the description box of this video. I didn't list all of them because I'm not interested in all of them. I'm just going to talk about the ones that I sort of maybe I'm looking out for and that I'm going to be the most psyched for. That's all. 1. A Place to Bury Strangers, Strange Moon 12-inch. Might be an interesting release from this shoegaze, sort of post-punk noise rock band. Just loving their textures, loving their sounds. Would love to add a piece of Place to Bury Strangers vinyl to the collection, maybe. Also, at the drive-in, Relationship of Command getting reissued. Great LP here. A lot of people consider it a modern classic. Also, Finger Picker Extraordinaire Chet Atkins getting a little vinyl love here with the Blackjack EP. If you're into finger freaking picking and some really awesome virtuous guitar playing from the old school, then you might want to check this thing out. Black Lips and Icky Blossoms will be putting out a split single. One side of this thing actually has a fantastic cover song from the Black Lips doing "Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys." Also, Brian Eno, Nicolas, Jaar, and Grizzly Bear all on the same 12-inch. Nicolas, Jaar doing remixes of songs by the other two artists. Interesting. 12-inch here. I think I kind of want it. Also, the Flaming Lips Zaireeka Super Mega Vinyl Box Set. Man, this is an intense listen. I mean, to have it on vinyl, that's rare. Also, the Jizza Liquid Swords Chess Box Set. I'm guessing you're getting vinyl in this whole thing, but also chess in a box, and it's in a set, and it's all together, and you could listen to this record and then play chess as you're listening to it with someone else, I'm guessing. What? Jimi Hendrix's Hey Joe is getting a new single release on Record Store Day, as is The Cure's Kiss Me 12-inch, which I understand has been out of print on vinyl for nearly a decade. Also, Daniel Johnston's Fun will be back on a 12-inch, which is a huge favorite in his discography for a lot of people. Stephen Malkmus and guest musicians coming together and covering, honest to God, a whole Can album. I'm not even kidding you. I wish I was. This is gonna exist. This is gonna be real. This is real right now. Also, Mercury Rev Deserted Songs, a bunch of demos, sort of rough recordings of songs that were on their classic seminal album, Deserter songs. Steve Moore from Zombie Horror Business doing his, progressive synth soundtrack thing. If you're a hardcore soundtrack progressive synth addict as well as a Zombie fan, Steve Moore addict, this may be of interest to you, especially if you're huge on the idea of a split red-black vinyl print. Public Image Limited is getting a vinyl release of the Cowboy song single, but with the sort of, recreation of the original newspaper packaging, which would be pretty interesting to have in here. Destoyer is getting a reissue of This Night. Whew, and White Stripes, Elephant. 10-year anniversary on that LP, which I said a little while ago in another video, but still. All right. Feeling old. Okay, everyone, those are basically the record releases I will be looking at for this coming record store day. Oh, also, there's going to be a 7-inch with the Black Keys covering the Stooges' No Fun, with a recording of the Stooges' No Fun on the other side. That would be pretty badass. I actually haven't heard that cover. That might be an interesting cover to hear, but if you're a huge Black Keys and Stooges fan, that might be a nice piece of vinyl to have. All right, I swear to God, that's the last one. Those are basically the vinyl releases I'm going to be looking out for this coming week. Am I going to get all of them? No. No, I can tell you that right now. But if I see many of them and my wallet allows me, then I will, you know, get as many of them as I possibly can. But if any of those interest you, don't get them before I do. What records are you going to be looking out for on April 20th, Saturday? Are you saving up money? Are you going to have cash for record store day? How much money have you saved up? How much money are you going to be able to spend? How much money will you actually spend over the budget that you have budgeted yourself for record store day? Because let's be honest, we know that's going to happen. Why do you go out and buy records on record store day? Is it the special releases? Do you want to support your local business? Do you just believe in the record store? Do you just not want to see the medium of records die? Is there a point to records anymore? Should we all just listen to MP3s all the time? Let me know. Anthony Fantano, record store day, forever.